Okay, you guys can get started whenever you're ready.
All right, I'll chime in first since we do have a new chairperson for the planning board, but he will not be acting in that role until September. So until that time, and that's John Rick, who will be the chairperson for the planning board. Until he starts attending in September, the board still needs to have somebody as acting chair. So we need to have a motion and a second and a vote on who will be the acting chair for this evening.
I recommend Raquel.
No surprise there, Dennis.
I actually am trying to open up some of the files right now. So if somebody else has them all open, I don't know if Cody's able to today, but that would be incredibly helpful, unless you want to give me a couple minutes.
It looks like Cody stepped away, so I guess whichever of you gets back first can do it.
Well, we can give it, there's no rush, and we can give you time to open up the files.
Yeah.
Okay, so just give me a minute or two. Sorry.
Hello, Rich. Haven't seen you in a while.
Good, Rick. How you doing? Good to see
I'm
you.
doing fine.
Hey, Rich, how you doing? It's good seeing you.
Where are you, Dennis? Oh, there you are. Where's your picture?
He's
Your
calling in
house
on his
house
iPhone.
looks great.
You see my TP in the back there?
Yes, they do now. I didn't know that that's what it was.
That's called
Is
the
that when you're
grandchildren.
sleeping lately?
That's the grandchildren.
Oh,
Okay, so I guess we can get started. Alana, correct, I came in just a minute late. Correct me if I'm wrong. We do have to, I think there's a slight amendment to last week's PB 2004 for 56 Main Street. I think some language needed to be amended.
Yeah, it was literally just the removal.
before we go there, though,
I'm sorry.
we do have Dennis's motion to have Raquel as acting
Oh.
chairperson for this evening. Do we have a second? All
Can I
right,
second
we have
myself?
Zach. Zach made
I
the second.
Okay.
Yes.
And we'll do, Alana, you want to do a roll call?
Yeah, sure. Cody,
Here.
is that an aye on Raquel being chair?
Oh, yeah, aye.
Yeah, great. Zach,
Aye.
an aye. Dennis,
Aye.
and then Raquel.
I guess. I'm just kidding. I.
All right, motion passes. So Raquel is acting chairperson for the evening.
All right. So do we have anyone present for public comments today?
Don't see
Is there any
anybody.
chatters? Okay.
Yeah, there was nothing submitted, and I'm not seeing anything in the chat right now.
Okay, great. So I guess I will close the public comments. I think in terms of application review, as I mentioned before, PB 2004, which was approved last week, we needed to amend some of the language in terms of the change of use. It was from retail to specialty grocery. We're removing the term cafe. So I would just move to amend the language and approve the application with said amendment. Can I get is that appropriate, Rick?
Yes.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second?
All right. I don't know if that was Cody,
That
but
was Cody.
okay. Dennis?
Yes.
Okay, and Zach?
Aye.
Okay. All right, and then we have a new application today. This is PB 2006. This is new residential construction for 58 Elding Avenue. I'm just pulling up the plans. I'm sorry about that. Alana, I believe in your that this sorry, this was a application. It's a residential home. This was the one that was previously approved, but the approval expired. So this is a type 2 action under SECRA and is required to go to the county due to its location, and I believe an increase in parking. So I don't know if other members have taken a look, but does this need to go back to UCPB?
It hasn't gone yet. So
Okay.
it's still would need to forward all of this stuff as long as there were no changes being requested to the plans. Like, this is what I would send over to the county, like, tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So in terms of this, then I guess I don't really know if there's a point in setting a public hearing. I mean, first I want to hear if anyone has any questions or comments, but I guess it would make more sense in terms of the timeline to have it go back to them before setting a public hearing. Is that correct?
You can set the public hearing even though you don't yet have the comments from the county.
Okay.
You can even open and close the public hearing before you get the comments, but it typically is that you would like to have the planning board comments available for the public to see and then possibly comment on. So the trouble is always timing.
Yeah, and I
because-
see that they don't meet until September 2nd, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So typically you would try to figure out a date that would give them an opportunity to weigh in
Okay.
and have the public hearing set as soon as possible after they have an opportunity to weigh in.
All right. So I think, Alana, you might have mentioned September 15th
Yes.
as a potential date. So if I could move to set the public hearing for September 15th, just so we do have a chance to hear from them and actually provide, folks with more context to comment on, that would be, I think, my next step forward. So I'm going to move to set a public hearing, and I don't know if the applicant's on the phone.
He's here.
Okay,
here.
would the 15th be okay for you?
Yeah, I have one minor correction though. You said the application was for 58 Elting?
Yeah, it's 54.
That's my mailing address. The application.
Oh,
is
I'm
actually
sorry.
54.
No, that's
That's
my
okay.
fault.
This
I
is
totally
perfect.
screwed up because they're both Elting Avenues, the property and the mailing address. So
That's all right.
Okay, so I'm going to move to set the public hearing for PB 2006, 54 Elting Avenue for our September 15th meeting. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second.
All right, so I think Cody said second. We'll go with Dennis, I. Is that right? And Zach?
Aye.
Okay. So I believe that those were the only two applications on our agenda today. I do, in terms of administrative business, we do need to look at the minutes from our August 4th meeting. So
Raquel, if
Can I ask another quick question before you
Yeah,
move on?
absolutely.
Where do I get the list of the people to mail the notice to?
I give that to you.
You give it to me? Great. Okay.
I'll send you all the public hearing stuff probably tomorrow or the day after.
Very good.
So make sure
Thank
you check your email. I think my emails have been going into your spam.
Yeah, for some reason, your email is going into my business spam account. but
Yeah. So just make sure you check
We'll
that.
get it.
Rich, before you go though, I just wanted to note for the board that because this is approving this residence, it will be subject to the recreation fee decision-making by the board, which I can describe at your next meeting, but essentially go through a process and would determine whether or not it's appropriate to assess recreation fees if public recreation is not put on the lot, and there was a need for public recreation in the village. Now, what happens is because this was previously approved, the subdivision, that there was some recreation fees that were previously paid in connection with this. And so what happens is that whatever the current recreation fee is gets assessed less a credit for whatever recreation fees on this same property were previously assessed.
Okay,
So I just want to tell the board that that process will be put into the resolution whenever you get to that point.
okay, understood. Thank you. All right, so Rich, I think that's all we need from you today. And then if I'll just move to approve the meeting minutes from our August 4th meeting.
Second.
All right, Dennis,
Aye.
Zach.
Aye.
All right, so let's see. I think this might be one of our fastest meetings in a long time.
It looks like
I don't know if we have anyone from the village board or any other present.
Yeah, I'm here, Bill Murray. No updates for you guys. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Bill. Does anyone have anything else that I'm missing? Alana?
no, I think that's it. I think you guys can move to close if there's no other questions from anybody else.
All right, so I will move to close today's Village of New Paltz Planning Board meeting from August 18th. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, Dennis
Aye.
and Zach.
Aye.
All right, like I think that's it for us.
Great, you guys.
Okay. Thanks,
Good job,
everyone.
Raquel.
Thank you guys.